Again, we're going to approach this inequality just like we would an equation, but being ever mindful of this idea of switching the sign if we divide by a negative on both sides, or multiply by a negative on both sides. So on the right-hand side, I have to distribute this negative 1. I have to distribute a negative 3. So I get negative 40 staying the same on the left. The sign doesn't change. And that gives me negative x minus 2 minus 6x minus 3. So I now have a lot of like terms I need to combine. I can put the x with the x and the number with the number. So the negative 40 is just chilling over here on the left-hand side. I end up with negative 7x's because that's a negative 1x and a negative 6x, and minus 5. I've simplified both sides down as far as I can. So now I need to solve again what equates to a two-step equation. I add the 5 and add the 5. So I end up with a negative 35 on the left, and that is greater than negative 7x. I recall that negative 7 is attached with multiplication, so I divide it away, and I divide it away from the left. So in the end, I get a 5 on the left, I get an x on the right, but since I divided by a negative, I have to flip the direction of the sign. So my sign, instead of being the greater than sign, now changes to less than. So this is my inequality statement. 5 is less than x. I also like to represent my answer as a number line. So I draw a number line. Again, I just do a couple numbers for reference sake. Always put 0 on. In this case, I'm going to put 5, and I'm going to put negative 5. When I look at this strictly less than sign, I know that I have an open dot at 5, and now I have to shade. And the biggest thing I can do wrong here is just look at the direction that the inequality goes and try to shade that way. What I can do is test some points. So if I think about something like 0, if I plug it in and I look and I say, hey, is 5 less than 0? I'm going to quickly say no. So that means that my shaded region does not include 0. So I should be able to shade to the right. And just to make sure we're right, pick a number over there like 6. And let's try that. Is 5 less than 6? And the answer is yes. So 6 should be in my shaded region. So all of my answers are the numbers above 5. So when I look at my final answer, I have my inequality statement, which I already boxed, and my number line, which represents the infinite number of answers that there are to my problem. I just had to be careful as I solved it because I divided by a negative sign, so I had to flip the direction that the sign goes in.